Hey Libra, it's Erica with Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot, and this is your August full moon lunar eclipse oracle card draw video. And I'm going to be using the Butterfly Oracle card deck for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue. I got this deck earlier today, so I'll be reading it straight from the guidebook. I mean, I'll try to give you intuitively what I brought, but honestly, I haven't even really played with the cards very much. I gave them some good shuffles. I pulled a reading for me personally, and then I started recording these videos. So y'all are helping me break these cards in right. Libra, thank you so much for being here. This full moon lunar eclipse is occurring for you in your 5th house, and that is the house that is representative of your social life, your pleasure, creativity, and also children. Children can be your children, can also be people you think of as children, your grandchildren, could be fur babies, or things that you have to do on a very daily basis that mean a great deal to you, that you creatively have a hand in in dealing with. So that's what's going on for you, Libra. What I've been doing for my pulls for this deck is kind of letting the card show itself to me by literally letting the card just kind of, the deck just kind of fall, and when I get that tingle in my hand, I know that's the one. So, y'all, this card has shown up a lot for this eclipse series that I'm doing here. So, and it's the You Are Stronger Than You Know card, which is representing, yeah, we're going to be going through some stuff, but that we also have a reservoir of strength within us that we can call on. And you really don't know that it's there until you absolutely need it. The other card you got was Volunteer, which I think is pretty cool because once upon a time I did a lot of volunteering work, especially when I was in high school. My mom had me volunteer at the local VA hospital in Shreveport. She was a pulmonary nurse there. Or not a pulmonary nurse, she was a pulmonary secretary, I'm sorry. My ex-husband was a nurse. And I met him at the VA there. That all just kind of came out in one sentence. Way more than y'all care to know about, but yeah. Erica's life story in your video. So yeah, volunteering, it was some of the best time that I ever devoted. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about human nature. I learned how to take a good butt chewing, especially for something that wasn't my fault. Oh my goodness. Volunteer. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Louisiana area that definitely needs volunteers to come out for. If you don't have the time to volunteer, then donate to charities that are helping. But research the charity. I would list off different charity names, but honestly, I'm not going to do that. You go where your heart is led. But research the charity and find out what percentage of the money you're donating to the cause actually makes it to doing something about that cause. Check the overhead. Check how much the CEO is getting, if anything. Because you want your money to go as far as it can, especially if you're donating, or your time to go as far as it can if you're donating that as well. Don't be afraid to do the right thing. And I don't know how that would apply to you in your 5th house, but don't be afraid to do the right thing is something that's coming through pretty strong as well. Like that, that guy that stands up and says this isn't right. You're volunteering to say, or you're taking on more than you need to by addressing the situation, I guess. Let me get the book. The volunteer card reads, sometimes volunteer work is the best method of affecting change related around an issue that you're passionate about. And it's also of exploring a new potential career and making and meeting like-minded friends. That was a lot. Let me read that again. Sometimes volunteer work is the best method of affecting change related to an issue that you're passionate about, and also exploring a new potential career and meeting like-minded friends. There we go. This card is guiding you to volunteer in a way that is meaningful for you. Remember that when you give, you also receive, and you can't outgive the universe. It's pretty nice. Additional meanings for this card could be donating items to charity, helping a person in need, volunteering on a committee, pray for God to assign you where you're most needed, or you may be going to the volunteer state, and that's for people who live in the States. The volunteer state is Tennessee, and, you know, we're fixing to be having football season, so maybe that speaks to you, Libras. Maybe you're a Tennessee fan. That's like maybe one person. But yeah. The next card that you got is You Are Stronger Than You Know, and that card has come up more than once. Challenging situations show you your inner strength, especially when you seem to have no choice but to handle the matter directly. This card is encouraging you to keep going and to call upon the deep well of strength that God has given you. It is with you and within you now, and you can draw it upward to serve you like a tree drinking water through its roots. And while you may feel like giving up, this is a time to persevere. This is a self-test, so that you can gauge how much strength you truly have. After the situation is resolved, you'll feel safer and more confident because you'll know that you can rely on yourself. Additional meanings for this card could be strength training at the gym, asserting yourself, not backing down, fighting for your health and wellness peacefully, or championing a cause or advocating. You might really want to be, you might really find some healing and volunteering with children. And there's lots of different places that need that. So Libra, I hope that this video spoke to you. I hope that it helps you through this eclipse season. I will be around for the September 1st new moon solar eclipse. But until then, take care of y'all souls and namaste, y'all.